on a Volvo. G946b. What we're gonna do is engine oil, primary and secondary fuel filters, air filters, and air conditioning filters, and then oil change. First things first, let's open up this fucking pulls up in the air. Get out of the way, completely up. And latch. Radiator fan, hydraulic. Take that off. 3, put it back on. Alright, so let's go ahead and change the AC filters. The filters. You have to get this key right. It's kind of hard to do it with one hand. I guess it's not that key, it's one of these keys. Take this little panel off. Opens up. There's a long one. This is for your recirculation for inside your cab. See, watch. And then this is the one that doesn't recirculate, but it pulls the air from the outside. This is where the condenser is, so all the air would be going in that way. So you follow the arrows, you put her in the hole, all the way flat, grab the other one, follow the arrows, put this one all the way in. Make sure you put that all the way in like that. Make sure you fold this like that. Like I said, it's kind of tricky with one hand. And then there you go. Those are back up. Here at the shop, we got one of these roll around oil collectors, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Slide it under there. A little bit of a pain in the ass, but trust me, it's better than working with a fucking. Slide it under there.
Collects all your oil, man. EPA.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna drain this fucking water separator. I mean, I replaced it recently, but we're gonna replace it again with every service. Basically, the primary filter, it keeps the water out of the engine and all that stuff, because diesel and water don't mix, and if you get water in your injectors, you are royally fucked. Alright, you want to make sure that the drain port is over your fucking, you can see it right there, because I've had this where it's under there and I drain it thinking it's draining and it fucking spills all over the floor. So let's go ahead and do that. Loosen this up and drain this fucking filter out before we pull it out. Now that it's drained, you have a sensor here. Well, this one has, if you look at the filter or inside, it has a little heater in there. Oh, sorry, it has a little heater in there. This machine came from up north, but we're in South Florida, so it never engages the heater. And then it also has a sensor in there. When it senses water, it lets the operator know. So we'll go ahead and take this off, and then we'll get a filter wrench and take this off completely, and then we'll remove this from the filter, because this stays with the machine with the new filter. Alright guys, I took it off. See, nice and gunk in there. It's pretty thick gunk, so what I'll do is I'll use the water, I like some water pressure to clean all that out. Make sure it dries before I put it back on. I'll use like a paper towel and some water to clean all this out. It won't hurt nothing. That big ring in the middle is a heater. It heats up the fuel if you're in the cold weather and your fuel, you know, it's hard to crank. It's because your fuel starts to solidify. Not completely, but a little bit, just enough where it won't be moving through your fuel lines too good, so that'll heat that up. And if you look in there, you see the two prongs. That is what detects if there's water in there. When water connects them two together, which, you know, closes the circuit, it'll send up, it'll close this ground, and then it'll tell the sensor that there's water present in your fuel system. So, like I said, just clean this out with a little bit of water, replace this gasket, and put it back on the new filter. You don't want to put the new filter in the vise though. You just want to hand tighten everything then. And then when you get it on the actual machine, I use the wrench to snug it just a little bit. So, alright, this will always snug up a little more, see? Hand tighten up a little bit. When you get nice and tight, you're not going to be holding the phone. You get both hands on it and tighten this dog shit out of it with your hands only. And then what you're going to do, is you're going to push this in, turn it, and then this little spring is going to come out. And then that's what you're going to do. You're going to start priming the system, because you know you always have to prime these filters, because if not, you're going to be shoving air into the system, and then you're going to start fucking locking these fucking engines up. These injectors will lock up, airlock. You see how I'm pumping it? You do it until it gets nice and tight. And once you get nice and tight and everything, see how it's still going up? You get it nice and tight, connect everything out, put your return hose back on, make sure nothing's leaking, and then you just get it nice and tight, and you turn the key. You turn the key over, and the pump. There's a little fuel pump that'll start pumping fuel within the system, but this helps it prime it a lot. That fuel pump only does so much. So now that we have that off, that's the hydraulic filter. I don't do that every service. I ever do that every 3 services. This one is the engine oil filter, and that's the primary fuel filter. What you do is you get an 1.25" wrench on the top. I would like to get a socket, a 6-point socket, because people use 12 points and I don't like it. And basically, pops up. You have a little canister here, so you know you don't get oil all over the place. Put them in there, and I'll show you what that looks like. The filters that go in there: hydraulic, fuel, engine oil. Let's see how it goes. 1.25" wrench. Pull it up. There's your filter. Engine oil, and same thing here. Pull it up. There's your fuel filter. These are really bad. Like I said, they need to be changed. And this, you just use a regular wrench. Okay. Next step, after I get all that stuff, then I come and get it down and dirty. Your machine should have came with one of these. It's a little screw on with a nipple in the middle. If you look, there's a cap on here. It's like a little valve that when that hose goes in, when the hose goes in here, it pushes on this little valve here, and then it allows the oil to come right out the middle of this tube. So it's kind of like easy. It's like a quick connect oil drain. So you have the regular one there, but this one is like a quick connect. As you're screwing on the hose, it's going and it's pushing in that little valve, and as it's pushing it in, it's releasing the oil out of it through the middle of the hose. See, the only shitty thing I have to complain about is they put this valve here, this control valve, so close to it. That's all you got. There's sensors on the top. You can't get the hose that way, so you have to bend it really bad. But I mean, it still comes out the same. You see. So this is the time you take a nap, go to sleep, catch up on some tweets, Snapchat. But check it out. Make sure you put fluid for the windshield wiper fluid in there and stuff like that. You know, you take care of your operators. The operators will take care of you. You know, they won't be fucking running shit over. So I hope this video is good for you or whatever. If you guys want any other heavy equipment videos, you let me know. We got off-road dump trucks, caterpillars, excavators, long reaches, 944 wheel loaders. We have D6, D8 dozers. You let me know what you need me to do or show you or how to do, and I'll see if I can post a video. Just hit me up. Peace.